Hey guys, Mighty Gazelle here, back with more reading the My Hero Academia manga. We're on chapter 323, which it's crazy to me. I feel like just yesterday we're at 300, but here we are. The 2 week hiatus is over. I don't know if it was a Shonen Jump break last week or what, but we're back, and I'm very excited to see what happens next. We left off with Deku. That was such a great chapter, by the way. Let's just start there. Deku finally, I don't know if agreeing is the right term, but he's back at UA. Despite his wishes, he finally gave in to the pressure from his classmates, and that and his body gave out. So, but they're back. And then last we left off, we got a hint or some sort of setup that Uraraka might be like on the verge of like helping Deku like get past the crowd or something. Uraraka hinted that Uraraka was going to have like a moment here. I'm very curious to see if that's the case. A lot of speculation this last 2 weeks, but let's just dive on in. Okay. First and foremost, we start off with Ida. Okay, so looks like they're chapter 323, one step. Looks like it's the classmates talking to Nezu. Okay, so we're back at that scene where they confronted Nezu. They tricked Endeavor. So we're back there. Interesting. Shortly before catching up to Deku, yeah. Although I comprehend the effectiveness of the UA barrier, we should also try to be understanding of Midoriya's feelings. Bringing him back safely should be enough to convince the civilians. This is Ida talking. Those seeking shelter within the barrier will also feel safe if we can do so. That's why we came to deliberate about who should be the one to go. And this is probably before they decided to all go as a class, because I assume they wanted to send a small team in the first place. I understand that, but we cannot let our actions be swayed by our emotions. This is Nezu talking. Midoriya-kun is currently the most valuable asset for the heroes. Oh, cool. Given the circumstances, it is still too risky to shelter him here. Oh, so he was actually opposed to it, even though last we saw he was like kind of encouraging them to get him. Interesting. Okay. UA boasts the greatest defensive technology in the whole nation. Oh shit, are we about to learn about the UA like literally all the defenses and shit? Its security is comparable to the defensive capabilities of Tartarus. Oh yeah. Again, Tartarus was a effing joke. Tartarus fell in one chapter. Whatever. I know they had like a lot of circumstances involved with that, but whatever. So when he's saying the UA boasts the greatest defensive technology in the whole nation, we get shots of those giant robots they used for the sports festival and the test they had at the very beginning of school year. The giant one, and then the scans are kind of hard to tell, but it looks like this next scene when we're talking about Tartarus, it looks like we're seeing some scenes from like the warden when he was like firing his guns or whatever. I don't know. Not really sure. Scrolling down. Momo continues, but Tartarus was easily destroyed by Shigaraki. Thank you. Tartarus was an effing joke. Okay. UA was also broken into last year. We even witnessed the terror of Shigaraki firsthand. Yeah. Okay. So they're even showing back when was this season 2? No, this is season 1 or season 2. Whenever Shigaraki decayed the front gate, it was more of like a declaration. And he like let the media in and stuff. It wasn't like an actual attack, but come on, that gate was nothing. It looks like from this image, it was 3 layers of just metal. I mean, any villain worth their salt could break through that shit. But anyway, really adorable shot of not Deku, Nezu here. That's why I decided to upgrade UA security systems with my own modifications. Okay, so let's see if this. They keep touting this UA barrier. Let's see if it's actually impressive. You can do that? It was a mighty effort. In conclusion, if there was a raid to happen right now, there would be absolutely no way the students and civilians sheltered here would fall into the villain's clutches. I will not allow any invasions to occur. Okay. By the way, I think that the traitor theory is personally dead. I don't think they'll ever reveal the traitor. The only person I ever kind of suspected might be the traitor was Nezu. Just because I thought maybe he could have been like a Nomu, like an undercover Nomu. But if he's genuinely beefing up the shit out of security, unless when the day comes that they get attacked and he just like flips a switch and turns it all off. I don't know if it could be Nezu. I just don't think the traitor will ever be revealed personally. I think I don't know. The UA barrier is more than a simple armored fortress. UA can now move. What? Wait, the whole fucking school move? Okay, let's find out what he's saying here. The campus grounds have been split into smaller areas, each of them being driven by a motorized mechanism. In the event of an incident, all the areas will be moved underground, amping up their defensive capabilities. Whoa! As we get this huge shot of the campus. Wow. Wow, dude. Underground. On top of that, the shelter moves on superconducting linear accelerators so that each area can take a different route as is deemed appropriate. What the fuck? Okay, well, they went like absurdly overboard with this. The whole school can just split up into pieces and go underground and fly off to different locations. Okay. That's straight out of a mecha anime, shouts Kaminari. Yeah, I would agree with that. That shit, it's borderline ridiculous, but hey. However, if those systems themselves were to be destroyed, then there wouldn't be much we could do. That's why the circumference underground is reinforced with 3,000 steel plates. If there is any interference detected within those plates, the defensive system will immediately activate. Holy shit! Okay, this is borderline absurd. How long did they have to build this? Because the imagery we're seeing is this shit spans miles, and it's like deep underground. You'd think we would notice them constructing this shit during the school year underground. Honestly, a little bit ridiculous. But in addition to that, the plates are independently motorized, meaning that they will at least delay the attackers. This is ridiculous. During that time, the shelter will decide on a safe route to move to from underground. Following the identity swap incident, okay, so they're actually referencing this when Kami got her blood taken by Toga and the whole thing in that license arc. Following the identity swap incident, we worked in tandem with Shiketsu High to reinforce her school to almost the same level as UA. It is also possible to relocate multiple heroes via connected routes to either school. Boom. Doors opened for them to finally bring back Anasa, who we haven't seen in forever. I was wondering where he was during the war. I was wondering why we didn't even see him during like the fall of society. Like where's Anasa? But this opens the door, literally just saying we can relocate multiple heroes via connected routes. Shindo, everyone's fan favorite Shindo, he'll come to save the day. But all right. Shiketsu. How far is that? Shouts Sero. And Bakugo and Todoroki both say, they did say that. UA in the east, Shiketsu in the west. Okay, there's Anasa. There he is. Finally see him again. I feel like it's been forever. So we get Anasa, that dude who looks like Hitler without the mustache, and then the meat guy. Yeah, wow. Tokoyami continues, all the countermeasures appear to have been put in place to stop Shigaraki's decay from propagating further. But around the time of the Culture Festival, surely there was no way to know about that. Good point, Tokoyami. What the fuck? Wait. Okay, so he's basically saying during the Cultural Festival, no one knew about Shigaraki getting one for all and like all the crazy abilities, right? Or even, I guess even then, even the awakening of his quirk, like the fact that it spreads without even having to like touch it physically. Yeah, that's a good question, actually. There was absolutely no evidence back then, continues Nezu. It was purely my intuition. That's why I'm paying for it all. I'm paying for it all. How rich are you, dude? Holy shit. Okay, I'm a little bit baffled at this UA security thing. It's a little borderline fucking insane. Didn't this cost more than 1 billion yen? Kaminari says. He literally has yen symbols coming out of his freaking nose, and he's got them in his eyes and his teeth. They got them everywhere. His eyeballs are yen, his coming out the nose is yen, and then his teeth look like they have yen on them. The principal has made an incredible contribution to the education and development of quirks, so much that he's recognized worldwide, says Endeavor. Okay, so we get a little information to back that up. Even now, he's doing his utmost for us. Wow, says Kaminari. Okay, so Endeavor, backing him up right there. I was getting a little suspicious of Nezu right there. Like, oh, it was just an intuition. But, like, he is smart, so it makes sense that he would, like, plan ahead. And Endeavor comes in to back him up. I do wonder if Horikoshi put this in specifically from Endeavor to, like, deter people from, like, having the same questions I just had. Like, wait, first of all, you're able to afford all this shit. You thought about beforehand what Shigaraki's potential could be, and, like, it's all a little bit trending in the bad direction, but anyway. Nezu continues, lack of understanding, lack of empathy. We are only one step away from both. However, people are unable to take the steps to escape our fate. If we move together, work together, that one step can lead to a path forward despite the pain. As we got a shot of 1A looking back at him. But above all, I believe there is more than enough reason for Deku to belong here. Please do your best to reach him, as we get a close-up shot of Uraraka. And I assume this is going to lead to Uraraka back to the present. Okay, yep. Okay, interesting. A lot of information there about the UA barrier. That's totally meaning we're going to get the UA is going to get attacked. I already thought that, but like the fact that they went to explain that much, yeah. Again, a little bit ridiculous, but let's continue. Don't let that boy in here. We're cutting to the crowd shouting at the students who were trying to bring Deku in. Shigaraki's going to come right after. Didn't UA promise us that they would protect us and keep us safe? It's just typical mob mentality. They're all just shouting at him with umbrellas in the rain and stuff. Deku, looking still just so sad. I hate it. I hate how sad and defeated and just deprived he looks. But the contrast here is crazy. You have Deku who looks like that, and you have Uraraka who's just like so clean looking right now. Don't come in here, they shout. Get out. Oh, Inko's here. What is all for one anyway? Type of Nomu, they shout. Azuku! Dude, the mom's coming out. I told you it was dangerous. Oh my god, she's literally out there. Oh my god, is she gonna reach out to Deku? There's so much going on here. Okay, so we get Monoma and Eri in this next shot. Looks like they're inside the dorms. Oh, dude, everyone's just watching from the windows. Oh my god, this scene. Oh, we get, is that Koda? Oh shit, that's Koda and one of the Wild Wild Pussycats. I forgot which pussycat that is. Is it Mandalay? No, I don't know. How he's there too, though. That's crazy. Imagine, dude, it's crazy. He wrote Deku a letter and like thanked him and all that. Imagine him seeing Deku right now, like how he looks. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Crazy scene unfolding here. How scary, says one of the people. Get lost. Do you think you can get away covering it up again? We can't do anything. Oh, no, wait, no. We can't do anything, says Sero as they look on to this crowd. Oh my god, someone's on their phone. And we're getting a news report from that like Dracula looking guy. We've seen him before. He's like the newscaster. And it's the article below it or video. It's all for one, one for all. It's just it's so weird that this shit's so like in the public now. I haven't even sat down and thought about how much like ramifications that could have, but that's honestly, it's just wild. There were some who were convinced, says 13, with her helmet off, by the way, looking beautiful. I don't know why she just doesn't take the helmet off. But let's be honest, everyone could have probably Horikoshi doesn't draw anything but beautiful women. That's just kind of what he does. It's just like his staple. But by now, there isn't a shred of belief in them, she continues. Yeah, so they're basically they said that like we try to convince them, but and we're coming back to President Mike, who's on the megaphone again, despite having the loudest voice on the planet, which is just crazy. Everyone, calm down, he's shouting. It must be a difficult thing to process, especially coming from a teacher, but as we get Genist coming up behind him. It was my proposal, says Genist. Genist, says Mike. Best Genist. We came here because we trusted your words. Yeah, he says. Like the principal explained, the UA is currently the safest place you can be. Your lives are our utmost priority. To take the first initiative, we came up with a plan and used Izuku Midoriya as bait to figure out where the villains were located. However, we were only able to capture a few due to the insufficient amount of investigators. This is a long chapter, by the way. This is a very, very long chapter. We're still going. Although Izuku Midoriya is the villain's target, he is also the hero's greatest asset, he continues. If he had stayed out in the field all alone, he would have surely died by now. Again, thank you for saying that. People were like, dude, I want Rogue Deku. I want Rogue Deku forever. Let him keep being angsty and out by his own. He'd be dead. Like, how do people not get that? He'd be dead. He was literally about to collapse before the students got to him. Anyway, a lot of great imagery here. I'm not really describing it very well, but like it's just pouring rain and you get all these people and then like far away shots of UA and man. And this last one I just read, we're cutting to the students and you see Uraraka standing in front of Deku. We understand that it may not be the best option, but we don't have a choice. As we cut to the outside of the UA barrier, which again is just like massive. It's just huge. Knowing that you don't feel comfortable under the anxiety-provoking circumstances, as we get Hawks, Todoroki, and Endeavor. Which, okay, Endeavor is he wearing a freaking trench coat? Why does that look so weird to me? Oh no, and he's got his beard back. He's got his actual beard. Oh no, I don't. We saw that in the anime recently. I don't like Endeavor with actual facial hair. Please keep it to just the fire. It does not sit well with me, but he's in a trench coat, which is really weird. Anyway, please allow him to rest here, where he will be safe, so that he can be prepared to fight. He needs to be in the best condition to fight for us. That is so fucking. My mind just like hit the notes. Like we're at a point now. I'm just like shocked right now. We're at a point. Like, just think where Deku was, a quirkless kid who happened to stumble across All Might and all the shit he went through. And now we're at a point where literally the top 10 heroes are vouching for him, saying he is our greatest asset against motherfucking All for One. In front of all the civilians. Like, the world knows. This is... If you just take a step back and, like, think about it, it's fucking crazy. We're definitely nearing the end of the series in a way, if this is all like out in the open and everyone's like gathered and shit. It's again, he's just shouting to all these people. Japan is currently lawless, says a shocked citizen. It's because you guys failed as heroes. And because you failed again, we're telling you to accept the burden of it all. Dude, I'm just gonna say it to these civilians who are being assholes to the villains. Fuck you. Okay, like, I understand you're scared. I understand that the hero's messed up. But, like, they're still out there, like, their lives on the line, dude. Like, they've kept them safer for far longer than they know. I don't know. I get it, but, like, come on, dude. That's utter crap, shouts all the people. Are you guys even heroes? Oh my god, and Deku's... Is this Deku's danger sense going off? Because we're seeing those like little lightning bolts. This is no good, says Mike. Their anxiety is spreading and exploding. Dude, this shit animated. Oh, it's gonna be crazy. We literally all these people are just shouting in like a frenzy mob, dude. Oh, and then freaking Inko's crying in the middle of all this shit. Okay, I'm sorry. This is getting a little bit emotional. Like, like I don't know. Okay. Oh, come on. All we're asking is... Shouts the mob. Uraraka starts sprinting. What's she gonna do? Oh, she's flying through the air weightless. Oh, come on. All we're asking is to sleep at night knowing we're safe, shouts the people. And Uraraka, again, just flying over the crowd. Aravity, shouts President Mike. Oh, Ochako, her parents are right there too. Dude, everyone's fucking here. This shit's like definitely endgame stuff. Where's she flying to? Oh, she's flying to the roof of the UA building. Oh, and she has the megaphone. When did she take the megaphone? We don't actually. Okay, no. Okay, when he says Uravity, it actually shows like the missing spot where the megaphone used to be. Okay, never mind. She jumps to the roof. Oh my god. Okay, here's the moment. I think here's the Uraraka moment. All right. So she starts talking on the mic. She's about to say Deku, and she changes it to Izuku Midoriya. Izuku Midoriya. That's big right there, because she's about to say his hero name, but she changes it to his actual name. That's actually a big moment. And by the way, not only that, we see Bakugo looking up with the like next to the parents, like you see a shot of Bakugo looking up at this. Izuku Midoriya has a special power. That's exactly why a guy like him can't come back here just because he's tired. Says this stupid. This guy saying this is wearing an All Might shirt. Take that shirt off. You don't have a damn right to wear it if you're going to talk like this. Oh my god, that bothers me. At least you're still an All Might fan. At least not everyone still hates him, but like, come on, don't talk like that. Anyway, Uraraka shouts, no. He left UA because he didn't want to put any of us in danger, she shouts through the megaphone. We were the ones who brought him back. Uraraka, says Deku. His power is special. I don't know. I wonder if this is actually like how she would say it. Like she would kind of like stutter a little bit. He's special. It's a power made to defeat All for One. And it's cutting to the letter that Deku gave her. That's the reason he's targeted. That's why he had to leave. Have you looked at him? Have you seen the state he is in now? Just because he left to protect us? As we get Deku, like, again, looking on this. Oh my god, my heart. Oh, these two are so... They're people who don't say these two are meant for each other, it's so fucking sweet. I understand this isn't like a shipping moment. I'm not saying that, but like, just the admiration these two have for each other and the care and the love they have for each other it's awesome. Oh my god, and we get Inko, who's just crying her eyes out looking at Deku. Oh my god, there's just so much emotion going on right now. There's so many people. Oh, anyway, and we're getting close-up shots of like Deku's gloves, his feet, and this guy who was talking shit with the All Might shirt. He's quiet now. Yeah, bet your ass you're quiet. He wants to do something to change our situation the most out of anybody. He kept moving for others despite knowing that he could be attacked at any moment, she keeps shouting. This is such a great fucking Uraraka moment. Dude, like, Deku looking up at her saying this. Oh, please let this be the moment that shatters the last of, like, the shell that Deku put up. Oh my god, Uraraka being a boss right now. Okay, so we get a shot of the rest of the civilians again. And, oh, okay, yes, yay. Okay, we get the giant fox lady who Deku saved, like, I don't know, 15 chapters ago, roughly. She, again, a beautiful fox lady. Horikoshi just draws beautiful people. That's just what he does. That boy saved me, she says, under the umbrella. So she says that to some of the people. And Uraraka continues, even though he might have a special power, he isn't a special person. She continues, and Bakugo says, even with a security system like ours in place, they're still restless. If you can't wipe something, leave it to us to wipe it for you, he shouts to Deku, who's standing next to him. And dude, you get like Cementos. By the way, Cementos is okay, that's good. It was kind of in question what happened to him after the war. We got Cementos holding Nezu in his hand, and then you get ectoplasm around him on the sides. Taking the first step is always hard, he thinks to himself. But I know that taking a step at times like this will lead to the birth of a true hero. One that will surpass All Might. Overcome the adversity. As we get... this is a really fascinating chapter. That was the end of the chapter, by the way. Oh, man. This is interesting. This is really interesting. So we're not even done with Uraraka's speech. They're actually going to leave it halfway through the speech. That's interesting. All right, so... Man, like I said, I've never really felt emotion like this chapter, because this one really gave me chills the moment where, like, Genius is stepping up, saying that like he's our best bet to fight All for One and shit. Don't get me wrong, Uraraka stuff is amazing too. We'll get to that in a moment. But this, you could make a whole video essay like dissecting kind of what's going on right here in this situation, honestly. And I don't just say that. So the first half, a lot of jargon about the UA barrier, which again, I think is kind of ridiculous, just how much they were able to put in place. Sure, I'll buy that Nezu is rich as hell. I have no doubt that, like Endeavor said, that he's had contributions to various people, and like he's got some pull, he's got a lot of money. I get that. I'm not saying money is an object here, but holy shit, like not only do you have this giant wall, but you've somehow under the campus built this mechanism of underground elevators and shafts and mechanisms and stuff. How is this like a hidden thing during the school year? My gosh. And then like it's showing just how vast the fucking plates are and how they're motorized, and like it was crazy. It's just weird to think that he did this all without even knowing what Shigaraki's quirk is. They brought that up, which is very fascinating. Like Tokoyami brought this up. You did all this without even knowing about like Shigaraki's quirk. They had a cover for that. I'm not suspicious of Nezu because like they wouldn't have all these inner monologue moments and him just acting like such a sweetheart if it wasn't genuine. If he does pull the wool over our eyes and he actually was the traitor, broad fucking up Bo, because like fooled the shit out of me. Anyway, so that's like the first half roughly. Actually, that's not even half. This is a long chapter. That was like only the first third. And then we dive into the second third, which is like kind of getting the mob yelling and like Genius' speech and stuff. Deku's mom being in the crowd crying. By the way, I forgot to mention Shiketsu High being name dropped here. You already know they're gonna come into the fray. We're gonna see Kami. We're gonna see Shindo. No, Shindo actually wasn't part of Shiketsu. I think someone corrected me. Shindo was from somewhere else, I think. I might be wrong, but anyway. So yeah, Shindo, Inasa, who I've been saying, where the hell is Inasa forever now? Endeavor in a trench coat, all this. And then Deku's danger sense going off when all these people start turning into like a ravenous crowd, dude. Oh. And this is such a great Uraraka moment. Like, okay, so I have a strong feeling that people are going to be really like polarized by this chapter. I feel like a lot of people aren't going to like this chapter. Just knowing the general vibe of like the community. There's a certain crowd. I'm not going to point fingers. There's a certain crowd who doesn't like development for characters, which is like ridiculous to say, I know. But Uraraka's getting a great moment here. Like, just because someone doesn't take down a giant villain, just because they can't fucking blow up a building with like one move, it doesn't mean that they can't have moments to shine in their own way. And Uraraka right here, like, I fucking hate public speaking, right? By the way, I'm dropping a lot of F-bombs in this video. I apologize. I don't know what's up with me. I hate public speaking, and her being able to just jump to the rooftop and shout down at this giant crowd of angry people, it's taking guts, dude. Like, she's literally opening herself up, like, not even just to herself, but like, she's like defending her best friend. And man, I don't know. I just think about this and where we started in the series, and it's crazy how far we've come. And Deku, like, looking up at her, it's just... And I'm not going to call this a shipping moment. I'm just not going to, because, first of all, that would, like, rile people up. But, like, this is such a great development moment between them. Because there was a huge argument, like, oh, clearly Uraraka likes Deku, but Deku's never shown any, like, admiration or any sort of fond feelings toward Uraraka. First of all, it's like totally not true. But we're getting a huge moment right here, just to add to against that argument, and it's just I don't know, man. Inko crying, of course. It's crazy how Inko's here crying and she's not even like a focus. I mean, she is. Clearly, Horikoshi's showing that she's here and stuff. Man, I don't know. It's crazy to me. Some great shots of Uraraka again, and then we got a shot of Deku just like looking up at her, and it's just, man, so freaking good, so good. I like how the fox lady came back, the giant fox lady, and she's telling some of the people in the crowd like, "Yeah, he saved me. Like he was out there saving me," and I'm glad that the guy with the All Might shirt shut up because like I was getting mad at him and like a lot of the other people. It's just so I hate mob mentality. I hate how it's like boo because boo, I'm angry and how dare you like have a different opinion. And it's just like again what Uraraka's saying. Look at Deku. Like just take a look at him. He's like suffering. He's like about to die protecting you dumbasses. You tell him. You tell him, girl. Frick. The freaking idiots down there. Like, obviously not all of them are yelling. Like, there's a lot of innocent people in the crowd. We saw Uraraka's parents and we saw, like, Deku's mom and stuff. Like, not everyone's yelling. But, like, to the people who are being assholes and being like, don't let him in here. I know so much about the situation. He's going to make it dangerous. Like, come on, dude. Come on. I don't know. This is honestly like I don't know if my reaction showed it, but this chapter is really fascinating. There's a lot of ways you can dissect this. It's not as straightforward as probably you might think. There's a lot of shit going on here. There's not only like the information dump without the UA barrier. That's like a whole. You can speculate to the cows come home about how that's going to be used because that again, I think that's a little bit effing ridiculous. But all the stuff with Uraraka is great. I think this is the moment that it's really been building up to for her. And I'm curious to see how the second half of her speech goes. And what I want to happen next, like predictions, what I want to happen is for them to finally, like I think this will, first of all, I think this will get to the crowd and at least let Deku through and stuff peacefully. I want Deku to take a nap. He needs a bath. By all means, like let the mom in, like just give him a hug. Like we need an Inko hugging Deku scene next chapter, please, because she's bawling her eyes out. I want to see just Deku just get a hug, like hug him, please, someone. And get him a bath. He needs to sleep. I wonder how long he'll need to take to sleep. I'd say he needs at least a couple days of like food and sleep. In that time, though, I wonder if they're going to be like under attack. Maybe we'll see the UA barrier activate. Maybe that's why they're saying all this right now. Because otherwise, you know what? Yeah, I think I could totally see them being attacked while Deku's sleeping. Because why else do they insert all that information about the UA barrier right now before Uraraka's speech? I guess this might be the most organic time to say it. I don't know. This again, this chapter gave me chills in various spots. It's just crazy to think how we started off with Deku as like a quirkless middle school kid, crying and working hard just to get into school, and then now he's like the hope of like the heroes. It's so stupidly crazy in a good way. I don't mean that in a bad way. So great chapter. I love the Uraraka stuff. I love Genist and everyone standing up for Deku as well. I love that the Fox Girl came back. Some great images, honestly, in this chapter. Again, Uraraka taking the show, though. I can't wait to see where her speech goes next. My only negative, I think the UA barrier, the UA defense system stuff is like a little bit ridiculous. I can't believe they built all that shit like under the nose of the students. It's just a little bit convenient, you know? I guess that's the best way for me to describe it. It's convenient just how effing amazing this thing is. How it's connected to Shiketsu. Like, that's so far away. I guess they probably had Mei Hatsume working on this. They had to have had Mei Hatsume working on this. Who else could come up with something so crazy? Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. This is a very fascinating chapter. Very good chapter. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you like this video, consider subscribing. Leave your thoughts down below. What did you think about this chapter? And stay tuned for the next one to do these every week, the day they come up. So until next time, this has been Mighty Gazelle, hoping you all have a mighty day. See you guys.